I usually ask people as we're wrapping up if they can share any great movies that maybe the mainstream public will be less aware of. You've mentioned Fish Tank, you've mentioned Tyrannosaur, any others that maybe will have directly or even not inspired this movie that you think are kind of hidden gems that people should see?
Yeah, do you remember Last Resort? Is it Pavlovsky? That was a great movie. Another Considine movie. Dead Man's Shoes is a movie that people compare this to a lot, I think, because there's an ex-squaddy and it's pretty grisly and it's set in the countryside, although that wasn't necessarily the intention. A movie that always followed me around, and I think that's the measure of a good movie, is when you kind of, or a good film, I should say, I'm not American, I should say, is, you know, when you wake up with it the following day and you can't shake it. And that was a film that always had a huge impact on me, was 4 months, 3 weeks, 2 days, which was a Romanian film about a illegal abortion under Ceausescu's dictatorship in Romania, which doesn't sound like a barrel of laughs, and it really wasn't, but it was an incredibly well-made film and a very impactful film, and well worth checking out. It won the Palme d'Or back in, I don't know, 20 years ago, something like that. So yeah, films like that, they're right up my alley. I'm not a big fan of special effects films, AI films, Marvel Universe films, Aquaman, all that kind of stuff. I can't relate to
mainstream stuff
because it just doesn't talk to me. It doesn't feel real. But you know, when you get incredible talent in front of the cameras, you've got a good story, and you've got a lot of good people that want this thing to succeed, I think that's when the magic happens. And you know, long live cinema, because we're entering a very, very scary time for the visual arts. And hopefully, you know, as people lean so heavily on technology, so people want to go back to analog ways of making films and actually enjoy the rough edges of films like these, films that have been made for not much money, but with a lot of love.
Well, if that's your feeling, then I encourage you to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, because literally the slogan on the top of my channel is "Long Love Cinema." Right? That is what it's about. You've said it. I'm actually going to clip that out and put that at the beginning of all of my videos now. That was majestic. So thank you.